And we're back.
We are.
We are back today with something that the lovely Marie from Chilli Wizards has sent us.
Indeed.
I'm going to check because I think I may still have the amazing effects. Possibly not.
Yeah, you got a bit clever, didn't you?
Oh no, there it is. Look. Yay! Technology! chilliwizards.co.uk. Absolutely fantastic. And they very kindly sent us some new sauces.
Indeed, and I'm quite excited to read some of these because they're made, I believe, by a burger company, so they're kind of designed potentially for burgers. Is that the intention?
My favourite food group. So, yeah, as you mentioned, they're from a company called What's Your Beef Burgers. So you can see on there, WYB, What's Your Beef, right? Now, being kind of a gourmet-y type burger establishment, obviously they wanted sauces that were suited to their quality products.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? So they made their own sauces. They obviously weren't happy with what they could find. They didn't think it was quite right for them. So they've made their own. Now that's chefy, that is. That really is. And there's 3 sauces. We have the Chipotle Ketchup.
Yum, yum, yum.
Tomatoes, vinegar, sugar, chipotle, lemon juice, salt, extracts of spices and herbs, contain celery, and spice. The ubiquitous spice has got in there. We have garlic sweet chili.
Can't go wrong with that.
Now this is really simple. This is chilies, distilled vinegar, sugar, garlic.
Couldn't get simpler than that, could you? But sometimes simple is best.
Yeah,
Less is more.
Totally. If you can get what you want with that few ingredients, I'm interested. I am interested. I'm going to look forward to trying that one. And of course, Habanero Hot Chili. Now, they rate these. Okay, you can see just there. There we go, look, focus has worked for once. 4.5 out of 5 on that one. Now this one is habanero chilies as the primary ingredient.
So yeah, it's got potential to be pokey, and it's the way the hab stings, isn't it? It kind of possibly gets you more than the heat.
Distilled vinegar, sugar and garlic. Again, really short list, 4 ingredients. So and like the primary one is habanero. So I'm interested. That really could be a 4.5. The garlic sweet chili rated down there at a 2, so not expecting that to take our head off. And the Chipotle Ketchup, 3. So yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad at all.
So we've got kind of like a mild, medium and a hot, haven't we?
Yeah. So we've got the range covered there, and they are kind of the flavour profiles people ask for, you know, like a smoky ketchup, a sweet chilli sauce, especially if you're having chicken. And, of course, for the chili head, the hot sauce, the Habanero Hot Chili. Now, we're going to be trying these, because you don't want to taint What's Your Beef sauce, bro, with the Chaser Heat hot sauce tasting spoons.
Oh yes.
These are flavour neutral. They do not impart a taste. So that's why we use them.
So pretty.
Link for those is down in the description. johnnyscoville.com.
And you know what? I have really noticed the difference.
Definitely.
Since using these, that everything just tastes so much better.
So, where would you like to start?
Well, we might as well start from the bottom then, really. And work
With
up.
the garlic
So
sweet chili?
Garlic sweet chili, yeah.
Okay. So, garlic sweet chili.
Look at the goodies in that.
Here we go, look. Looks nice and syrupy. There's your sweetness. You can see the little seeds floating around in there, so you know there's chilli in there.
Move these two out of the way.
And we'll see just how garlicky we are as well.
And I do. There's something about sweet chilli and garlic. It is just the perfect pairing, isn't it? Yeah, exactly what you would expect a sweet chilli, isn't it? It's got the sort of the garlic, it's got the vinegar, it's got the smell of the chilies, but it's also got that sort of slight sweetness to it coming through as well, haven't you?
Now, if you're lucky enough to live round Rochdale, Bayek, What's Your Beef burgers deliver.
Why do we not live near Rochdale?
Because we don't, because we're southern pansies down here.
Darn it.
But if you live round there, the company What's Your Beef actually deliver. So, if you do live round there and you do know of this firm, let us know in the comments, because I'll be interested to know what their burgers are like. It's a long way to drive to find out they're okay. You know, if they're really good, it's worth the trip. So, let's...
I was actually going to go on the basis of maybe sticking the spoon in the neck of the bottle.
let's elevate.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Oh, that's perfect, isn't it?
That's got some lumps and bumps in there.
But that is the...
She's a chunky girl.
But it has got that syrupy... Because it looks looser in the bottle than it actually comes out, doesn't it? Because of the chunky bits. Oh, look at that. Almost relishy.
Almost like a salsa kind of consistency to it.
Oh, it just smells perfect though.
I can imagine that on a chicken burger, just being dynamite.
Drizzling down the side of it. Oh, let's give it a go.
Right, cheers.
Cheers. It's sweet, it's tangy, there's lots going on there. Like, you've actually got something to chew on with it. You know, there is some texture, you've got some little chunks of chilli in there, you've got the seeds, you've got the syrupy liquid going on there as well around it, the sauce that is all suspended in. And it's, yeah, it's exactly what you would want it to be. But yeah, you're dead right, that on a chicken burger, you know, I would be loving to dip halloumi fries into that as well. I know you wouldn't, but for me, halloumi fries, chicken burger, any kind of like your oriental spring rolls and things like that, drizzled over your
Chips.
rice, chips. Oh, chips and dips with that as well. Big bowl of that. Dipping your tortillas or your Pringles and stuff like that into it. I think it's pretty versatile. Absolutely, yes, it would work on a burger. I think you're right. It's much more geared towards your white meats. So your chicken, your pork. I think it would work well with
Your
pork
taste may
steaks.
vary. You might like it on a beef burger. That's cool.
But yeah,
But for me, that's an absolute winner on a chicken burger.
Spot on, isn't it? Absolutely spot on.
Have a smell of that.
We like that. We like that.
I'm going to do something a little bit technical because the camera's a little bit high. So I'm just going to move it down very slightly and try and do it in such a way that nobody throws up from like the earthquake effect.
Oh, that really is smoky, isn't it?
It's like somebody bottled the fire of London. Oh,
It has got a proper smoke to it, doesn't it? It looks quite a thick ketchup as well.
it does. It does. Now, I think that I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake because I think there's an air pocket just under the top there. And what I don't want to happen is for it all to come bubbling out. Well, maybe not. Maybe it is actually that full. Look.
It's literally coming out the top.
God, blimey. Right. This is going to be...
I'm not sure that's going to pour, is it?
No, I'm just going to take a little scoop. Because I don't trust myself, and I'll end up wearing it. Would you like a bigger shovel? A trowel, perhaps? No?
You know me.
Right.
That's a lovely colour on that as well, isn't it? It's kind
Absolutely beautiful. Now this
deep
is tomatoes, vinegar, sugar, chipotle, lemon juice, salt, extracts of spices and herbs and spice. So I'm expecting quite a lot to be going on here.
But that's that chipotle smell, isn't it? Beautiful.
Well, cheers.
Give it a go. That's got a really silky feel, hasn't it? Very, very light, almost whipped kind of texture to it. It's not sort of heavy, it's not overly vinegary. It's got a nice balance of vinegar, a nice sweetness. That smokiness just carries on all the way through the flavour. And yes, I know it's tomato based, but it's not overly tomatoey in flavour. It's got a really nice balance with the spices. And it's actually got quite a nice little tingle on the tip of my tongue going on.
It's interesting because it isn't a massive shopping list of ingredients. Yeah, there are more in that one than the other two, but I'm being able to pick out each ingredient. So I've got the tomato, I've got the vinegar, sweetness from the sugar, obviously that massive smoke hit from the chipotle.
Yeah.
Lemon juice. I'm getting the lemon juice. You know, salt, yeah, tip of my tongue, I can tell there's salt in there. I'm not sure what spices and herbs have gone into that, but I think there are some green herbs in there. It's not all just like what I call brown herbs. So
No,
like
I'm thinking
cinnamon and that kind of stuff. I think there are actually,
It's like sort of oregano type
yeah,
flavours in there, isn't it? Stuff that complements tomatoes well. So you think immediately when you think tomatoes, you're thinking like basil, oregano, the kind of things you find in sort of Italian seasoning.
that on a burger, you'll be in a happy town. Seriously.
You imagine a nice charred, like flame grilled burger with some of that. So you've got some of that smokiness happening from that, plus the chipotles. But it's nice. Again, it's a little warmer than the sweet chili. Not a great deal. You know, if you didn't mind a little bit of heat, it's not going to blow your head off, certainly. So I quite like that.
Yeah.
Are we going to do a heat rating for all three at the end?
We are.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. So,
But no, I like that.
we're into the big boys now. Habanero Hot Chili, 4.5 out of 5, apparently.
So this could be pokey.
Habanero chili, distilled vinegar, sugar and garlic. That's it. No more. That is your ingredient list. And that's really interesting. Habanero being the first ingredient, this is probably going to be warm. Oh, she looks a bit runny. Bit thinner than the other ones, especially after that Chipotle Ketchup.
Yeah, 'cause it's-
absolutely.
Oh, that
Almost.
You scoop that out, couldn't you?
Yeah. Consistency on that is insane.
So that looks almost a little bit more like a, would you say Louisiana style
This looks,
thickness?
in the bottle anyway, more like a chili oil.
Okay.
If you look in there.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? It's quite loose, yeah. But it's a really dark colour, isn't it? Which is making me wonder whether the habaneros have been...
I'm intrigued because
That's quite dark for a
this
for
may
habanero, isn't
yeah
it?
this may be a bit more, like you say, of a Louisiana style with the vinegar hit. So
Yeah, it's definitely sort of, you get the vinegar, don't you, when you
I'm having to hold this all the way up here because I didn't put the camera in the right place. Okay, it's got a little bit of kind of a syrupy kind of pour to it. Quite thin syrup,
Yeah.
but
So that it's got sugar in it, so it's got potential to be sort of sweet and hot, hasn't it?
that's interesting.
But certainly it's...
Imagine that dribbling down your chin as you're eating your burger. Ooh.
Stand on the edge there, but... Yeah, I mean, you get the habaneros,
Definitely.
you
Got
get
that pepper
the vinegar, and you get the garlic. But yeah, it's a really interesting consistency, that. Very glossy. But right, let's give it a go. Okay. That is more like a syrup. It's actually really, really sweet. It's almost like a slightly thicker sweet chili, like the base liquor on it. But it's got all the flavour of the habaneros. It's straight away, you've got the Insta habanero sting all round the flat of my tongue. But, you know, it's got that garlic flavour that's quite subtle. It's not overpowering. You're getting a lot of the flavour of the chilli. But I'm sitting here going, do you know what? That brushed as a glaze onto something. So if you brushed it onto a burger, it's actually got my nose running. If you brushed it onto a burger before you put it on the grill, or while you were grilling it, because it's got quite an umami thing going on there as well.
That, I wasn't expecting that.
No.
I really wasn't. I was expecting something, you know, looking at the ingredients anyway, I was expecting something much more pepper forward. Maybe not as sweet. However, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, that on a burger, or if you've got like, I don't know if they do like nacho fries or, you know, cheesy fries or whatever, dirty fries, whatever you want to call them, that on them, or on a burger, oh my.
Yeah, it's kind of me. I'm sitting here going, would I pour it on? Probably yes, a little bit, but I would probably like to use it as a marinade. You know, if you were doing kebabs.
Glaze.
Yeah, like a
Glaze for me. That.
Yeah, glaze on sort of chicken kebabs or veg kebabs, or if
Chicken
you were
wings.
doing what's the beef one? My nose, excuse me.
Chicken wings.
Yeah,
Burnt ends.
that has definitely got me going. My tolerance is not what it used to be.
Oh, I'm going to my happy meat place now. Oh,
Can you imagine that brushed on a gammon?
yeah,
It's you
that
know,
work.
it would work as a pouring sauce. It would work as a dipping sauce. It would work as a glaze. I think that's actually, again, a really versatile sauce. But I'm intrigued by the colour, and I'm wondering whether they're sort of looking at it, whether it's actually a habanero powder rather than actual habaneros, because it's so silky smooth.
So, sweet chilli, the garlic sweet chilli, heat for you?
I would say probably about half for me.
Yeah, probably a half to one. To be fair, for a non-chilli head, 2 out of 5 is probably
I would say it's about right.
on par.
Yeah.
Chipotle ketchup?
Yeah, again, that was 3 out of 5, wasn't it?
Yep.
On there, and yeah, quite right. You know, I would say I would take that to a sort of a 1 for me.
Yeah, probably one,
So-
1.5 for me. So, we're chilli heads. You know, we kind of eat a lot of chilli, so our tolerances are pretty good.
Cracking flavour.
For a non-chilli head, I think 3 might be a little high, maybe 2.5 for a non-chilli head. But as an indicative scale for you to look at when you're picking the bottles up, if you've never had chilli before, it's probably about spot on, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Habanero Hot Chili. For you?
I'd actually say it was probably a 2, almost pushing a 2.5.
Probably,
me.
yeah, probably 2.5, 3 for me. It's got some heat.
Yeah, it has. And it is that Insta habanero heat. But yeah, I think, again, that's, what does it say, 4.5 out of...
Yeah, 4.5 out of 5 on their scale. So
yeah, certainly if you a non-chili head, you would know about it.
oh yeah, yeah,
But, you know, with food, again,
yeah.
it's...
You know, food tends to knock the heat down a little bit.
Unless you put as much on as I do.
Especially if you're having stuff like cheese, because the dairy counteracts the capsaicin a bit. So, yeah, I think the scales on the bottles are fair. You know, very good guidance for anybody that hasn't delved into the realm of chili before. What's Your Beef? You can find them at whatsyourbeefburgers.com. Link down there. Of course, Chilli Wizards. So if you don't live near Rochdale and you can't, you know, order a couple of burgers to accompany your sauce order, then of course you can go over to Chilli Wizards. And I'm sure the lovely Marie will be very pleased to see you over there, chilliwizards.co.uk. Technology.
You're so clever.
I press buttons. But I think that's quite enough from us for now. So thank you ever so much for watching.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Take care.
And we'll see you in the next one.